Camp Chemo is a summer camp sponsored by the Children's Center for Cancer and Blood Disorders of Prisma Health Children's Hospital of the Midlands. It is an exciting week for these children, first of all, because many of them get to see friends that they have not seen in a year who were at camp with them last year. They also get to spend a week where they do not have to go to the hospital for chemotherapy because they are here and the doctors and the nurses from the Children's Center for Cancer and Blood Disorders are here with them. Every event is different and they get to see a lot of different exciting things that are happening all week long.
Having a week at camp allows the family the opportunity to forget the reality of where they are. It's time for moms and dads to have a break as well where they can rejuvenate during that week.
We have about 140 kids here this year and about 75 to 100 staff. We have a great team that comes from the hospital to spend their time away from their own families and away from work, helping all these kids here have a great time at camp.
The morning of Camp Chemo is always one of the most exciting days at Children's Hospital. By the time check-in starts, there's usually a couple hundred people in the lobby. We have a great system of getting kids through the line, making sure we check them in, properly identify everybody, get baggages loaded, go through the medical process to make sure you're safe to go to camp. By the time you're getting ready to load the bus, you're already with 20 new friends, old friends, campers you may not have seen since last year. The level of excitement is incredible.
I think what's most impactful and what makes Camp Chemo so special and keeps our kids wanting to come back and so excited is the safety that this place provides. When our kids are going through a difficult time, they don't have the opportunity as they go through treatment to just let loose anymore and be kids and play and not think about the stressors of daily life, which is, the benefit of being a kid. And so they get to come out here and really just let loose and enjoy themselves.
Camp Chemo is great for not only our patients, but their siblings as well. So it is week-long. The babies are allowed to bring a sibling. I think that part of Camp Chemo is super important because it allows the siblings to meet other siblings.
Camp is an incredible week of just fun and also important interactions that will stay with these kids for many years, if not the rest of their lives, as evidenced by the number of patients who become campers, who become counselors.
Coming to camp, I don't think people realize this is just such a safe haven for these kids, and it means the world to them because for 1 week there are no worries, it's only fun, it's love. These kids, they touch our hearts in ways that people outside of camp can't understand. I'm so thankful for every moment that I get to spend with them because they changed my life.
Camp Chemo is a place where you meet up with your friends, not just where you meet up with your friends, but also you meet up with people that can surround you and be positive.
What first connected me to Camp Chemo was my twin brother Davis. He had leukemia whenever he was 7 years old, and he's okay now, everything's fine. And we've been coming to Camp Chemo for, I believe, 10 years. He loves it, I love it, and we just look forward to it every year.
Camp Chemo is definitely a blessing to me and my family and everyone that gets to come here, and I hope it goes on forever.
Camp Chemo is fun and I wish I never had to leave.
Camp Chemo is important to me because I feel like I finally get to give back to all those that did so much for me. I get to help other kids that are in my same situation and kind of just repay, not my debt, but just do what other people did for me whenever I needed it at that time in my life.
These kids love this place. And no matter where it is, if it's outside of camp, right at camp, they love it, they have fun, and they feel normal. And that's all you could wish. Being a kid that had it, that's all you want. And so when they come here, they're not looked at as sick, they're looked at as a kid.
I first came to Camp Chemo the summer of 2006. My son was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, a bone cancer of the leg, in the fall of 2005, his freshman year of high school. And he was still in the hospital toward the end of May, and everybody was talking about Camp Chemo and how awesome it was going to be. Derek came up through 2009, was his last year. 2009, unfortunately for us, he didn't slay that dragon cancer, but he did get his great reward. He's in heaven now. 2006, I had an opportunity to come out here and volunteer. If I can walk and talk and breathe, I'll be volunteering with arts and crafts at Camp Chemo.
extremely important for people to understand that the money that they raise stays here for the kids in the community here to support them. And without community support or local business support, without Camp Chemo programs, we wouldn't be able to cure our kids the way that we are.
What I take away every year from Camp Chemo is, first of all, that it was the most fun week of the summer, and also that we have been able to watch children grow in their ability to be self-reliant, less shy, oftentimes less afraid, and they go home with many, many new friends.